Hi guys! Welcome to my first makeup tutorial, and if you want to see how I got this look, especially for all you ladies out there with fair skin like myself, then just keep watching!
Alright, so we start out with a clean and moisturized face and first put on some clear brow gel. Next, we put on mascara. I am going for the Maybelline Great Lash Mascara today. I like this mascara because it is very black and it holds my lashes in place very well. Also, when applying it, it doesn't go all clumpy on me. I usually apply 2 coats. I find that if you apply more than 2 coats, then your lashes do tend to get a bit thick and look like they're all stuck together. So I usually stick with 2 good coats of mascara. Also, being a redhead, my natural lashes are very much blonde, so you practically can't really see them without mascara. So it is very important to get right into the roots of the lashes, just to make sure that everything is coated and no bits of blonde are sticking out anywhere. I typically also always do my top and bottom lashes. I find it gives me a really dull-eyed effect. So it really makes my eyes stick out, which I really like. Right, if any of you ladies are like me, then you will also get mascara on your upper and lower lids. I typically use a Q-tip just to get rid of anything that has smudged anywhere. Just a little bit of makeup remover and run it over the lid a bit, and voila! You are ready for your eye base, or also known as eye primer. Today I am using the one from Trended Up. It is a German brand, but you can use any brands they have in your country. Using an eye base or primer will ensure that your eyeshadows last much longer on the lids, especially if you have oily lids. Next step is eyeshadow. I am going for a cream colored matte eyeshadow today. I am taking it on a fluffy brush. This brush is from the brand Kiko, but you can use any fluffy brush you have, and I generously apply it to the whole lid, from the eyelashes up to the brow bone. I then put some on my finger because I think that it packs on the eyeshadow much more densely, so you get a much stronger effect, and I apply it just to the movable eyelid. Once my base color is on, I am going in with a light brown, slightly satin shimmery eyeshadow. I am applying this into my crease and a little bit above, just to give my eyes a bit of a shape and some contour, just for that extra pop of color. The brush I am using here is an eyeshadow brush from Essence. It is a short-haired, more densely packed eyeshadow brush, but like I said before, you can use any brushes you have that will give more or less the same effect. When doing my eyeshadow, I always go in with a little bit at first and then build it up, because it is always easier to build up than to take away. After applying the second color, the brown color in this case, I then go over everything with the first brush from Kiko and just make sure that the edges are all blended out. Now I'm taking a black eyeliner pencil from the company Catrice and just applying it to my lower lashes. I'm not really making a line along the lashes, it's more like I'm pushing it in to the very ends of the lashes just to give me a little bit more definition. Now it is time for foundation, and as I am a very pale-skinned lady, I am going for the Revlon Colorstay foundation in the color 110 Ivory. It is for combination to oily skin because I have an oily T-zone, and I find this foundation lasts the longest. It mattifies your skin completely and it lasts the whole day. Also, it is pale enough for people like me who have really fair skin. I'm just applying the foundation with a very small and regular makeup sponge today. Now you can use a dense makeup brush, you can use a beauty blender. I just chose this sponge today because it was what I had at hand. Also, another thing I tend to do is only apply foundation to the areas where I find that I need it. So typically the middle of my face and spreading what is left over on the sponge to the outer parts of my face. I will usually go in with a second layer and just do a bit of a touch-up over areas where I find I need it. Now it's time to brighten up those under eye areas with concealer. I'm using the concealer from NYX in the color 01 Porcelain. I like this concealer because it is light enough for my skin and it seems to stay very well, especially if you put some powder over it afterwards. I think it has pretty good coverage and just brightens up my face in general. I apply it to my under eye area and also right in the corners of my eyes because that is where I tend to get the darkest shadows. Ah, much better. Now it's time for blush. Today I'm using the blush palette from Makeup Revolution, the one called Hot Spice. I like these palettes because they have quite a few colors to choose from and I think the quality is pretty good. I apply it mainly to the apples of my cheeks in a sweeping upward motion, making sure that I blend it out really well. Time for some banana powder, in this case from Essence. I like these powders because they brighten up the skin quite well. Also, if you apply the powder after you've done your blush and you've overdone it just a slight bit with the blush, you can always sweep over the blush areas and just sheer it out a little bit. Every girl needs some sparkle in their lives. Well, okay, not exactly sparkle, but it is called sparkle, but in this case it's just a sheer glow for your cheeks and all the high points of your face, just to give you that extra little something. I also put a tiny bit on the tip of my nose and on my Cupid's bow. Now for the finishing touch, which in this case is lipstick. Today I'm going for a matte, kind of peachy color. I like matte lipsticks. Somehow I prefer a matte lipstick to a shiny lipstick, although I do have all sorts in my collection. I'm applying it without a lip pencil. This is the very fast, on-the-go kind of makeup. It's pretty simple and quite sheer. I like it, especially for every day, going to work, or if you go to school, it's perfect for going to school makeup. And that would be the finished makeup look. It is nothing over the top. It's like I said, it's a really sheer kind of makeup, but it's pretty and it's wearable for every day. I really hope you enjoyed this video and I hope to see you all again soon. Have a great day.